What's good, everybody? Hey, this is my first video in quarantine time. We got some new stuff to talk about. So, let's just get right into it. If you remember, if you saw it, I don't know if you did, my last video was discussing hysterectomy and whether or not it was time for me. Well, it's been some months since I posted that video, and I have some updates now. For me, so basically, what I had been discussing before was this cramping that was happening. That I had watched a video that Buck Angel made where he discussed what happened with him, and it was very, very serious shit. And so I didn't want to take any chances. So I went to my doctor, um, got referred to an OBGYN, um, also had a ultrasound done to check everything out, which um, kind of sucked because you just go in and it's like the one that's like over the top of your belly, but they also have to do the wand where they insert the wand and take pictures, and that kind of, it's just up there, and you're just someone's like poking around in your shit, and it was not cool. But there's options. It was get the regular ultrasound or get it inserted anally, and I was like, you know what? That sounds like less fun. Let's just do the regular one. So that was what I opted for. Got an ultrasound done. Turns out that the cramping is probably related to a what is it called? Shoot, now the word is like totally blanking from my mind. It's probably related to it's not a cyst, but it's like it's not cancer. It's like some little some little thing similar to like a tumor, or but it's not like cancerous or anything, in my uterus. So I have one of those, and they said that might be probably most likely why I'm cramping. um, but I was like, my doctor was like, okay, they can go in and they can treat it or just remove that, or you can just have the hysterectomy. And I was like, yeah, well, that's the whole point. I want the hysterectomy. So, sorry, I just realized that my video is like, I haven't even been looking at the screen, and I just realized it was like, I'm way off to the side. Okay, so, got referred to an OBGYN for consultation for that. And so basically, I'm getting scheduled for a hysterectomy. So, there's options when it comes to that. My doctor said keep the ovaries, get rid of everything else, keep the ovaries because it's good for bone health. And that was pretty much all the information that I got at that point. Had the consultation with the OBGYN, the surgeon who would be doing the hysterectomy, and he said he's never done one where he kept the ovaries. He's like, but it's not a problem for him either way. He can do it either way. He said it's not. There's not really any. Doesn't increase the level of difficulty. Doesn't increase like surgery time really at all. So, he said, as far as like female reproductive organs and cancer goes, that ovarian cancer is the hardest one to detect. So it most often ends up being fatal because it's hard to detect. And so I was really turned off by that. But he also was like, even if you get both of the ovaries removed with everything else, like for some reason it takes about 5 years off your lifespan just auto magically. And I was like, oh, okay, well I don't like that either. I mean, in all things considered, 5 years versus like you could possibly get ovarian cancer and die way before your time. I was like, man, I'd rather just take them out. Talked to my doctor again today because I had some blood work done. Turns out my testosterone levels were right on the cutoff of high, and so are my red blood cell count. So I got my dose lowered, not by a lot, just by a little bit. But talked to her more about the hysterectomy, and she said at least keep one. And she said the reason is because yes, my like the surgeon said, with the testosterone and everything, all your bone health and all that stuff is being managed with those hormones. But she said, say for some reason there's like a medical emergency or like an apocalyptic situation or some reason that you cannot get testosterone. She said you want some kind of hormone producing organ, and she said if you at least keep one, it's a good backup. You know, you won't feel like total misery. It's like you won't have to go through menopause at like 30. So I was like, okay. And she said, and if you think about it, it cuts the risk of ovarian cancer in half. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true. So I don't know. Ovarian cancer doesn't run it in my family, but breast cancer does, which, like, hello, top surgery. Most of a risk for that is gone. You can still get breast cancer, but yeah. So right now I'm at the crossroads of trying to decide if I want to have them both removed, keep both, or just keep one. So I'm still like, I don't know, because I've already had an instance where I could not get my injectable testosterone, and I was off of it for a couple weeks, and then I got put on a cream base, and like I still have that as a backup, but also like I really hate it. And I mean, the way things are going right now, I don't actually really want to be caught without some kind of hormone producing organ in my body. So I may just end up keeping one and just make sure that I have that checked every once in a while, just so they keep a good eye on it. Yeah. So right now I'm leaning towards keeping one. And my smart ass, I was like, do I get to pick which one? And she's like, sure, pick your favorite one. And I was like, okay. Well, neither one of them are my favorite, but I was like, the right one? I don't know. Like, I favored my right side. I was like, but also the left side is the side that your heart is on, and everything just automatically gets better blood flow on that side. So I was like, I don't know. Basically, I'm probably just going to tell the surgeon, like, hey, when you get in there, whichever one looks better to you, take the other one. You know what I mean? So anyways, right now I'm leaning towards just keeping one. And yeah, I'm also thought more about bottom surgery, but I will make a separate video about that, what I'm deciding to do at a later date, as we're still in the very early stages of deciding, and we're still contemplating all the other options and how I feel about it. And I don't know why I keep saying we, like I'm more than one person. I'm still contemplating it, but when I decide, or I might just make a general talking point video about it, I will make a video and talk about what I feel and what I want for myself. And yeah, so that's the update. Again, I'm always taking questions. If you follow my Instagram at leftcoast_warboy, you can DM me questions to answer in YouTube videos. Just make sure you specify that you would like me to discuss it on my YouTube channel. Also, inbox me, comment on this video, questions that you might have, and I will do my best to get to them and make a video. I know I don't update this as often as I used to, but as I get further along in my transition and it becomes a more integrated part of my life, and it's not the changes aren't coming so drastically, yeah, I just feel like it's not as defining of a characteristic as it had been before in the past. So but yeah, I still want to keep making videos, and I still want to keep being a voice and advocating and being visible, to help do my part to normalize the transgender experience, so that we can all just live and nobody will have to make series like this anymore. That'd be great. But yeah, anyway, shoot me your questions, and thanks for hanging out with me, and peace.